No. We won't even talk about it. Instead, we'll go back to talking about the album Right on the Money. How long did it take to create this album from the time you wrote the first song to the time it's been released?
About 2 years. I started writing for about good 8 or 9 months before I went to Nashville to record. That process of the writing was actually what made me want to record in the first place, because I had songs that I thought were worthy to be recorded,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved the songs. But if I hadn't done that writing, I wouldn't be on this journey right now. I had no desire to sing anybody else's songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a real moment for me to go, oh my gosh, I've got songs and I want them to be heard, and I've got something to say now in this life.
Do you feel that during the writing process you were just unlocking parts of yourself that perhaps you had put aside because you thought maybe I shouldn't do this? I don't know if it's going to work out.
Oh yeah. I really opened my heart out on my sleeve a bit with my album. Home on the Vinyl is a very personal song about struggles with depression when I was younger. And I remember ringing my mum up when I was at my lowest, and I said, "Mum, can you please bring in the old music that we used to listen to when I was a kid?"
Mhm.
Did, and I spent a good week listening to all the old music that I used to love singing along to as a kid, and it was part of my healing process. So, Home on the Vinyl, when you listen to that,
Mhm.
you'll feel that emotion when I sing it. I hope you do.
Oh no, I absolutely do. It's the last track on the album, and it is one that takes you by surprise, I think, when you get to the end of the album, because we've had this journey through various parts of your life, and then this one has, yeah, there's such sweetness in it though, as well as melancholy, I think.
Mm. Yeah, it's got that melancholy feel, but I love it because it's quite traditional. I do love my traditional country, and you'll find in the album, with Man That Doesn't Like Country, you got that true country sound, and Home on the Vinyl's like that as well. And then I've just got thrown in there like country rock and sass, and Little Man's about my wee boy and how fearless he is. Like, I'm just so proud of what I've done.
And you should be, because it is a lovely album. I think there's something for everyone to take away from it. But just staying on Home on the Vinyl, it raises the idea of music as medicine, because that's what it sounded like for you. And I'm curious whether anyone's told you that your songs have helped them.
Yeah, when I do live performances, my whole aim is to connect with my audience. And I know lots of artists aim for that, but for me, I'm very proud to know that there's people that come up to me that relate to my songs, and they're crying and they're going, I totally loved that song you wrote about the angels. I've got a story about that myself. And I know that I can connect with people on a deep level. And I love that part about my performing.
Hmm. And I know that live performance is important to you, and you launched the album with a big live show. So I'm guessing that went well.
Yes, it was so amazing. The launch show was at my hometown. I had a beautiful crowd, and it was just everything I dreamed of. Such an appreciative crowd that was there for me. And, when you get alcohol and tables and stuff, and you sort of worry about, the concentration factor with your crowd, but they were amazing. They were totally 100% there for me and the people that were singing on my show. And I couldn't have asked for a better moment.
Were your kids there?
Absolutely. Georgia was singing,
Right.
and my 7 nieces I teach, they all performed as well. And I also like to encourage other people performing. So I had some artists on there that are sort of up and coming. I'm all about, sharing the gifts of music with everyone, and trying to help others as well.
I was going to ask if your nieces were on there, because I remember that they're in a group with Georgia and you teach them singing, and so it's very much a family enterprise.
It is, and they've got an EP coming out soon. We've been doing some recording, and there's going to be 6 original tracks, and some of the kids have written on there, and it's going to be pretty fun.